What do we have today, Slongi?
Sure, someone who quit their job and spent $50,000 on tattoos.
Can you imagine if I asked Mrs. Stew, like, hey, I quit my job, Mrs. Stew.
You'd be kicked out of the house.
Kicked out of my own house. Let's go, Slongi.
Wouldn't be your house anymore.
I used to be a corporate drone. Now I'm gonna take my life in my own hands.
I thought drones were those little, like, machines with it.
Yeah.
So
Did you used to have propellers?
I would change that. I mean, actually, I'd keep the propellers. They're kind of neat.
Like tattoos plus propellers.
The cyborg who's making art on people. At this point, I can't count them anymore. I spent 50,000 US dollars on transforming my body and becoming my true.
So I was just looking there at Slongi. See, she spent 50 grand and didn't have the gap between her front teeth fixed. I'm gonna be so disappointed.
Self. Today I will be tattooing my best friend Lee. She's getting one of my first tattoos and I'm feeling extra nervous.
She's also left-handed.
So?
I mean, I was just pointing at the fans probably wouldn't have taken the time to realize that. So
They wouldn't have.
Old me, proper, showing conformity, not happy.
did she say Sean Connery?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck off.
Rush Mountain.
So which one are we wearing, Slongi? We're wearing the shoe on the left, the shoe on the right. Neither? Me neither.
No shoes.
Whatever I want. I'm a tattoo model and tattoo artist apprentice in the Bay Area. I've probably 60.
Do you know what I hate? It's kind of arrogant. People in San Francisco say it's the Bay Area, like it's the only bay in the whole fucking world. Like, it's
Or
so-
the only bay in America.
Yeah, yeah. It's probably not even the only bay in San Francisco.
percent of my body covered and I want to be covered from head to toe. Yeah, it's a rather androgynous.
So, how about the underside of her feet? She doesn't want the underside of her feet because that's below the toes, right? She's not completely committed. You know, guys, we like people who are completely committed.
Full commitment.
How about the tips of the end of her hair?
What about the
I have
tip
to
of her
say
nose?
I have to say they look like they're tattooed.
What about
orange.
the insides of her nose?
Yeah, she's yeah. She
Pretty-
didn't even have her
pretty
liver.
average.
Her liver tattooed.
Yeah, pretty below average if you ask me.
really cyborgy, futuristic look, which is in the
As long as you know what a cyborg is.
Part robot.
Exactly. Which part of her do you think's a robot?
Maybe the crystal-looking thing in her neck.
Oh,
You know,
actually,
kind of like Iron Man.
isn't that her thumb? Oh, I see now. I thought you were like Frankenstein. Like,
making right now. And
Bling and
I
Stew.
recently added my
well, I like that.
subdermal horns to the collection, as well as my implant in my chest. Those are
She is a
silicone
cyborg.
implants that can be inserted under the skin in any part.
Wait, I think this might actually be the same person from the bearskin video.
Yeah, like how many people get that done, right?
Yeah, like the similar tattoos and the circular silicone implant in the chest. I'm pretty sure this is the same person.
So like the bearskin one, like was that after this, right, or before this? I think probably before.
Probably.
I think so. Like they still, we're not saying normal is good. I would say that it looked more normal in the last video we did of them.
I think it's the
of
hair.
body. It's quite painful
She had her
procedure.
hair
I had a
tattooed
boob
red.
job done and a nose job. The chin tattoo is probably my favorite tattoo. I have my lip blacked out. My breasts are completely tattooed. I have my butt tattooed.
Screenshot.
Jello.
When I look at my old photos, I can barely recognize myself.
Understandable.
Well, this
She had more hair back then.
So look here, fans. She wasn't a particularly unattractive girl, right?
Just like Stu, she used to have more hair.
Right. Did she transition to polar bear hair as well?
well,
Indeed.
this It's probably
rad.
6-7 years ago. I had just gotten my first tattoo, moved to the US a couple years back, and had a career in tech. In my corporate job, I
She looks so normal.
looked completely different. I used to be very unhappy with myself and the way I looked when I was younger. I didn't like how I looked in the mirror, and I needed to change in order to feel better about myself. My parents were not big fans of their daughter getting tattoos. They were saying it's like we're having a new daughter every time you come visit us.
She did have her the gap in her teeth fixed, so I'm all for this, guys. I'm all for this, except the part where she tattooed everything else and just didn't have her teeth fixed, because then she'd been happy when she looked in the mirror, in my opinion.
I think I'm still myself, but a better version of it.
Well, certainly a more unique version. Okay.
A different version, right?
Different version.
Yeah.
Possibly more
You know the
unique.
version of me when I was like
When you
5,
like
10, 15,
But yeah,
25,
before
right?
you moved to America, you were actually fit.
Guys, the camera puts 85 pounds on the body, just so we're clear.
Hey babe,
And
are you excited for today?
I'm so excited. Are you?
we are, we?
I'm excited, a little
Yeah.
bit nervous.
Don't be nervous. You're gonna be great.
Today I'm going to tattoo my roommate Lee. I'm feeling extra nervous because I've only been tattooing as an apprentice for a few weeks, and us living
The apprentice
together,
becomes the
I
master.
Sure wanna do
Rule of
a good
two.
job.
There's only 2 of them.
She's gonna kill me.
I think you got that right. And then she was never heard from again once she made a mistake.
You know what's kind of funny? Slongi in their house, they're not wearing any masks, right?
Yeah.
And we didn't really speak about it, but they go to the tattoo studio and now they're both wearing masks. It's kind of silly. Kind of silly.
And I'm just preparing a stencil.
It's perfect.
Fits right in between. So it's a little bit nerve-wracking, but it's also fun, and I'm thankful that Lee's given me a piece of her flesh.
She's gonna do a great job.
I'll rip off some of
Okay,
mine and
you
mail it
ready?
to you.
Let's go.
Would you like that?
Oh, this music. Getting it every time.
Yeah. I think it's been I think we left it on hot too long.
Yep.
Hopefully we can still publish this.
We're done for today. Swipe it off.
Imagine if she wiped it off and then
I
the
hope you're
tattoo
happy
came
with
up
it,
with
babe.
it.
I love it. It's
Oops, wrong ink.
I have still adrenaline pumping through my veins. Excited to have more people.
Well, I'm glad your adrenaline's not pumping out your nose. Where would it be going?
Come in. Let me take a couple of
I'm so
pictures
glad
of
I'm
your
breathing
new
the air.
thing, my
So glad
dear.
I'm farting the farts.
I'm going to post that tattoo on my story and see what people say. There are always going to be haters no matter what you do. There are people that would say I disfigured myself.
You know how to have no haters? Have no one know about you.
Absolutely. I had a really important thought and I lost it because I think I farted again.
Or that
Part
I
out your
must have
thoughts.
mental issues. It doesn't really touch me at all. For the future, I hope that I will keep being successful with my modeling, getting to do pictures on people for a living.
Okay, Slongi. Better before, after, in between. Would we let her do a tattoo on us as she's an apprentice?
Well, firstly, we can't do that legally with me. So what's your answer?
Well, see if we take a skin graft from me, old skin, put it on you, then that is 44-year-old skin, and she could tattoo that skin, right?
Well played.
Oh, thank you, thank you. I'm gifted at the English language. Our thoughts in this video is that's why I was getting at Slongi.
I liked it. Especially like seeing the bearskin person, if I'm right,
Oh, you're definitely right.
becoming a tattoo artist. I like it.
How
Life
much
is getting better.
Yeah, and I would say she even seemed happier.
Yes.
And I think anyone who's doing something that as long as they're not hurting other people, even though tattooing people actually hurts them whilst they're getting the tattoo.
Yeah.
If she's not hurting people and it makes her happier, nothing wrong with that, I think.
Great. We support it.
However, if we do see her on the street, we're crossing the road probably. Because on occasion, we prejudge.
I'm only crossing the road because Stu did it.
I was crossing the road because I thought I saw the gentlest dragon. I want to go high five them. So our terms of service dictate we cannot make fun of anyone who is a protected species, creed, class, gender, race. And we're not here to do any of that. We just saw a funny video that we thought would be entertaining for you guys, and we laughed a little bit about it, looking at the absurdity of the English language and mostly how editors put the words together. It's not a comment on anyone in the video so much as how those editors put the videos together.
That's well thought out.
We will find out.
No, I think that's well thought out.
I'm sorry, I thought you're like, we'll find out if we broke the terms of service.
Indeed we will. In the form of a ban.
Who wouldn't love a ban? Me?
Eh.
Oh yeah, I like it. Everyone
Anyway,
here.
fans, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, notification bell, and goodbye, everybody.
Check out our other videos.